Hello students. In the last video, you have learnt about what is globe, latitude, what are the different types of latitude. In this module, you are going to learn about longitudes. Longitudes of a place is the angular distance of that place east or west of the prime meridian. In last video, I have explained you about prime meridian. It is an imaginary line which joins from North Pole to South Pole, and it divides the earth into two halves, Western Hemisphere and Eastern Hemisphere. All the longitudes are also measured in degrees. There are 360 lines of longitude, 180 towards the west of prime meridian and 180 towards the east of prime meridian. Now remember, 180 longitude are on eastern and western side, both lies on the same line. Therefore, we do not write east or west with that particular longitude. Other than that, all the longitude, if they are on the western hemisphere, we will write W. If they are on the eastern hemisphere, we will denote them by the letter E. The line of longitude forms semicircles which converge at the poles. Here in this picture, you can see both latitude and longitude together, and they are forming grid. In this picture, these are grid system through which geographers are calculating the location of a particular place. Now for locating a place, as I told you, geographers are using grid system. Grid system functions on the basis of the lines of latitude and longitude. Now question arises, how to determine time? The best means of measuring time is by the movement of the earth, the moon and the planets. In earlier days, people used to check out time with the help of sunrise and sunset. The rotation of the earth causes day and night. As the earth revolves, the part of the earth which faces the sun experiences day, while the part which is away from the sun experiences night. The earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. This means that it passes all its 360 degrees of longitude in 24 hours. In 1 hour, it passes through 15 degrees. That is 360 degrees divided by 24 hours, that is equals to 15 degrees. And further, 1 degree in 4 minutes. This means that all places on earth have their own time. This time is called time, local time. Since we start the count of longitude from prime meridian, We also consider it important by determining time. The prime meridian passes through a place called Greenwich in United Kingdom. The places towards the east of Greenwich are ahead of the Greenwich time, whereas places which are situated towards the west are behind the Greenwich time. For example, if it is 9 a.m. at Greenwich, what will be the time at 15 degree east and 15 degree west longitude? Now let me explain you the solution. The time difference between 0 degree and 15 degree is 15 into 4, 15 degrees into 4 minutes. That is equals to 60 minutes or 1 hour. That means in 1 hour it will travel, the sun rays travel 15 degrees. Thus, at 15 degree east, the time will be 10 hours or 10 a.m. On the other hand, at 15 degree west, it will be 8 hours or 8 a.m. Apart from this, geographers have also devised a system of time zones. Each time zone consists of 15 degrees. So, with 360 degrees of longitude, there are 24 time zones in the world. Here in this image, you can see at the bottom of it, it's written Z. That is 0. That is the prime meridian zone where all the places will have the same time. As we move towards the east, towards Indian subcontinent, at the bottom you can check, after every 15 degrees, there is plus 1 hour. And similarly, on the western side, you can see every 15 degrees have a difference of 1 hour. Now children, look at this image carefully. As you can see in the picture, India's mainland, it starts from 8 degree 4 minutes south latitude, that is at Kanyakumari, and the extent of it in the north is till the latitude 37 degrees 6 minutes north. Whereas the extent from west to east of Indian mainland is from the longitude 68 degrees 7 minutes west, that is in Gujarat, till Arunachal Pradesh, that is 97 degree 25 minutes east longitude. Now you all can see a dotted longitude in the map, which is the standard meridian of India. This longitude passes through Allahabad, and we have taken it as our standard in time in order to avoid confusion. Now let me explain you little bit in detail. From west to east, that is from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, as you can see, there are approximately 30 longitude Approximately 30 longitude means there will be around 2 hours difference. 15 degrees will have 1 hour difference. Next 15 degrees will have another 1 hour difference. So total around 2 hours difference. In order to avoid confusion, we have taken standard meridian time, that is the dotted longitude, 82 degree 30 minutes east. And that time is applicable to whole of our country in order to avoid any kind of confusion. As I told you, in a country, there can be multiple longitudes. The time varies by every 4 minutes. If places located in each meridian were to follow their own local time, there will be many local times in the country. This would create so much confusion. So, in order to avoid the confusion, as I told you before, we have adopted a central meridian and we have termed it as Indian Standard Time, IST. As per our country, it lies on the east of Greenwich and it is 5 hours and 30 minutes ahead of Greenwich time. According to an international agreement, the standard meridian of any country is usually a multiple of 15 degrees or 7.5 degrees. This is because to make it easy to calculate the time and also that the difference between its standard time and Greenwich time can easily be expressed as a multiple of 1 hour or half an hour. For example, if it is half an hour or 1 hour difference, we can easily calculate. For 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 15 minutes, say 12 minutes, it becomes difficult to calculate. It becomes little bit difficult. So in order to make it easy, the difference between standard time and Greenwich time, it is expressed as a multiple of 1 hour or half an hour. Here in this image you can see the standard meridian of India. Last topic of this chapter, international dateline. The 180-degree longitude is an important longitude as the international dateline runs along it. Day and date change at the international dateline. It passes through many islands in Pacific Ocean. Crossing the IDL from east to west will add or gain a day, while crossing it from west to east will subtract or lose a day. However, to avoid confusion in a country with two different dates and days, it is made a zigzag line that keeps the island groups on either side of the line. Some countries have a great longitudinal extent, So they have adopted more than one standard time. Here is the image which is showing you the international dateline. The moment you cross international dateline towards west of America, you will lose a day. The moment you cross international dateline from west of USA to Indian subcontinent, then you are going to add a day to it.